Chef. I'm here with Chef Delisa, my grandson, and we're reminiscing about our trip to Spain 2 years ago to Barcelona. And one of the dishes there, which we're trying to remind him of, is a tortilla Espanola, which is a Spanish omelet, which is a traditional dish in Spain. And it's only 3 ingredients. It's approximately 1 3/4 pounds of russet potatoes that are unpeeled, 1 cup of onion, which we're going to chop up, 6 whole eggs, 2 cups of olive oil, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper, and to make sure that we have everything assembled, we have a bowl with water so that we can put our potatoes in there without them turning black. We have a strainer which we're going to use to strain the potatoes after they're cooked. And we have a 10-inch saute pan and a plate for flipping the potatoes.
I made a tower.
You made a tower.
I made a tower with the potatoes.
Okay. First thing we're going to do is take our 2 cups of olive oil. Although in many recipes they will take 1/4 cup of olive oil or whatever. I like to do extra olive oil. It seems to work a little bit better. Most classic recipes put the potatoes in the oil first and then they do the onion. I like to put the onion in before the potatoes to get a little more flavor out of the onion and the caramelization. And in chopping up the onion, I like to use a Chinese cleaver. Chinese cleaver is very thin, very sharp, and it also acts like a bench scraper to scrape up all the slices of the onion. We're going to peel the onion, and we're going to put that in and let it cook for a couple of minutes. And while the onion's cooking, we will peel our potatoes. And we're cooking our onion over a medium-high heat. It's usually nice to have a heat-resistant spatula. I'll break the onions up a little bit. So, now the potatoes, I use 1 3/4 pounds of potatoes unpeeled. It's recipes don't tell you. They'll just say use 3 or 4 potatoes, but they won't tell you whether they're peeled potatoes or unpeeled. Or clean off our cutting board. Cut our potatoes in half and in quarters again, and we're going to cut them again in 1/8-inch slices. When we put these in the oil, we're going to cook them till they're just soft, not 100% cooked. Okay, put them on our bench scraper
And put
and put them in the oil.
Only in there.
And then we're going to cut up our last potato. Again, in half, half again, lengthwise. This could also be done on a mandolin, but it's only 3 potatoes, so it's not a large quantity. Easy enough to slice by hand. I'll take my bench scraper here, and we're going to put these in the oil. Now these are going to cook for approximately 15 minutes in the oil. We'll just give them a little bit of a stir every few minutes. But we seem to be doing okay. I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes. And we will let these cook while these are cooking, I'm going to take 6 eggs and crack them into this bowl. Usually I crack the eggs on the side of the table rather than in the bowl. It's less likely to get shells in your bowl. And we will whisk the eggs. I'm going to add my salt and pepper at this time. Salting a tortilla like this is a hard thing to do. I find about a half a teaspoon of salt seems to be enough. If you salt it without measuring, you never seem to get enough salt in it. I'm pretty much set up. I'm just going to wait for the potatoes to finish cooking, and then we'll start assembling. Where's my assistant go? Okay, our potatoes, I double checked them with a fork to make sure that they're soft, but they're not mush. There's a slight caramelization of the onions. We're going to take and strain the oil out of the potato onion mixture. Okay, we're draining all the oil from the potatoes. We're going to put the potatoes in the whisked eggs. We're going to give them a slight mix. And we're going to let them sit in the eggs for 10 minutes. In the meantime, you want to take about a tablespoon and a half of oil, and we're going to put that in our non-stick pan. The olive oil can be used 4 or 5 times. I like to strain it and save it in a nice container, and then I can reuse it for the next time I want to make this.
My camera's not working.
You know what's not working?
This
Alex.
differences.
Alex isn't working. You're supposed to be helping me do all this stuff.
I am working.
You're working. Here, put your hand on the bottom of this. Tell me if it's hot.
I'm hot. Hot warm.
Does that make you hot stuff? What's this? What's this?
Bowl.
It's not a bowl. It's a pan. Okay, we're going to take our pan, turn the heat on,
And
we're going to heat this up to just over a medium heat.
I can't.
Our 10 minutes is just about up. We're going to take our potato, egg, and onion mixture, pour it into the pan.
Now we do
We're going to
this.
flatten this out,
Put it upper.
and we're going to let it cook till it's just almost set on the top.
Now what about
Okay, we're
Go,
turning
Daddy,
this
go.
down to medium. Take your spatula and just running it around the edge to give it that classic look. The top is almost set. We're going to take a 10-inch plate, put it over our egg mixture. We're going to flip it over, slide it back into the pan. Okay, at this point we're just letting the second side cook Some people will just take the tortilla and slide it out of the pan onto a plate. Many other people in the recipes will take and flip it one more time. We're just going to let it cook just a little bit more to get a little bit browner.
I want to see the cooking.
Okay, what we're going to do now, we're going to take our plate, put it over the top of the pan, flip it one more time, and there you have it, the tortilla Espanola Spanish omelet.
What is